Dan Blocker, born Bobby Dan Davis on December 10, 1928 in DeKalb, Texas, remains one of television's most enduring icons. Known for his role as Eric Hoss Cartwright on Bonanza, Blocker captivated audiences with a rare combination of physical presence, warmth, and gentle humor. Standing 6 feet 4 inches and weighing around 300 pounds, he was a striking figure, yet his true appeal came from his compassion and sincerity. Blocker's upbringing in the rugged hills of Texas, his military service, and early career as a teacher all shaped the man behind the role. Beyond his fame, he was a devoted husband, father, and friend. Those who knew him personally often spoke of his integrity, humility, and sense of responsibility. Yet Blocker's story was not without tension, as complex relationships with co-stars, particularly Pernell Roberts, tested his patience. His life, cut tragically short at 43, was a testament to resilience, kindness, and the enduring impact of a man who brought joy and humanity to millions. Texas roots and early life. Dan Blocker grew up in a close-knit, hard-working family in Texas, where values like humility, perseverance, and dedication were instilled from a young age. His parents ran a small store in O'Donnell, teaching him the importance of community and responsibility. From early on, Blocker demonstrated a combination of remarkable physical strength and an innate gentleness, qualities that would define both his personal and professional life. He attended Texas Military Institute and later Sul Ross State Teachers College, excelling academically and athletically. Football, studies, and leadership opportunities shaped a disciplined, determined young man who balanced toughness with empathy. Blocker's educational experiences not only prepared him for service and teaching, but also laid the foundation for his future in acting. Early on, he learned the value of hard work, loyalty, and perseverance, qualities that would make him beloved on screen and respected by colleagues off screen. These formative years reflect a grounding that would carry him through Hollywood's pressures while maintaining authenticity. Service and discipline. Army. Years before his acting career, Blocker served in the United States Army during the Korean War, achieving the rank of infantry sergeant. Military service shaped his worldview, deepened his sense of responsibility, and strengthened his empathy for others. Those who knew him from this period described him as a man of quiet integrity, combining courage with gentleness. He often credited the Army with teaching him leadership, teamwork, and the importance of respect, lessons that would guide both his family life and professional relationships. His time in service also reinforced the balance between strength and sensitivity, a duality that later became central to his portrayal of Hoss Cartwright. This period reflected a man committed to duty, not only to his country, but to the values that guided his personal conduct. The lessons of perseverance, accountability, and compassion stayed with him, becoming core to the persona that audiences admired for decades. From teacher to television. After leaving the Army, Blocker returned to Texas to work as a teacher, sharing his love of literature and history with students. Teaching allowed him to inspire others, cultivate patience, and develop communication skills that would later serve him on screen. Despite his love for the classroom, Blocker harbored ambitions in acting. He pursued small roles in television during the late 1950s, appearing on shows such as The Rifleman, Gunsmoke, and The Restless Gun. His imposing physical stature combined with a natural charm quickly attracted attention, and casting directors began to recognize his unique presence. These early struggles highlight the patience and persistence that would define his career. Blocker did not achieve instant fame. Instead, his rise to stardom was built on years of dedication, balancing everyday responsibilities with the pursuit of a dream. His foundation in teaching and discipline informed the sincerity and authenticity that became his signature as an actor. The birth of Hoss Cartwright. In 1959, Dan Blocker's life changed with his casting as Eric Hoss Cartwright on Bonanza. Hoss, the big-hearted middle son of the Cartwright family, became one of television's most beloved characters. Blocker infused the role with his own qualities: gentleness, humor, compassion, and integrity. Audiences connected deeply with Hoss's warmth, viewing him as the moral and emotional center of the show. Bonanza ran for 14 seasons, with Blocker appearing in 415 episodes, solidifying his legacy as a television icon. Critics praised his ability to bring depth and authenticity to a Western, balancing adventure with human emotion. behind the scenes, co-stars admired him for professionalism, kindness, and reliability. Blocker's performance demonstrated how authenticity can transform a genre, showing that strength does not only come from physicality, but from heart. His portrayal of Hoss remains a testament to the power of sincerity and the enduring appeal of wholesome, relatable characters in American television. Marriage and family life. Dan Blocker's personal life reflected the same humility and devotion he brought to the screen. He married Dolia Parker in 1952, years before fame found him, forming a partnership built on loyalty, respect, and shared values. Dolia provided stability as Dan navigated teaching, acting, and eventually the demands of Bonanza. Together, they raised 4 children, twin sons David and Dirk, and daughters Deborah Lee and Dana Lynn, in a household marked by warmth, laughter, and strong moral grounding. Despite Hollywood pressures, Blocker prioritized family, often returning home rather than attending industry events. He frequently credited Dolia for keeping him grounded, emphasizing that their love and partnership were the anchor in a fast-changing, high-profile career. Their relationship illustrates the importance of shared values, patience, and mutual respect, highlighting the private life of a man whose public persona often overshadowed the devoted family man behind the screen. On-set tensions and Pernell Roberts. While Blocker was admired for his kindness, his professional relationships were not without friction. He famously clashed with Pernell Roberts, who portrayed Adam Cartwright. The tension was rooted not in ego or ambition, but in contrasting philosophies and personalities. Roberts sought deeper, socially relevant storylines and often criticized scripts and production choices. Blocker, a man who valued loyalty and professionalism, found this behavior disrespectful. On a set he viewed as a family, Roberts' refusals to rehearse and outspoken critiques created ongoing tension. Blocker's frustration was not personal hatred, but disappointment. He admired Roberts' talent, yet struggled with the cold, critical approach. Their differing views, Roberts seeking intellectual challenge, Blocker embracing the show's wholesome storytelling, symbolized the creative balance within Bonanza. When Roberts left in 1965, Blocker felt relief and lingering respect, demonstrating his capacity to recognize talent while remaining committed to his principles. Legacy and professional impact. Blocker's work on Bonanza extended beyond fame. It shaped the Western genre by portraying strength, integrity, and humanity. He became a symbol of warmth and moral clarity, influencing both colleagues and audiences. Co-stars lauded him for maintaining humility, kindness, and consistency, despite long hours and a public attention. His dedication to family, community, and craft created a lasting impression, balancing entertainment with emotional depth. The contrast between Blocker's on-screen persona and private life reveals a man who embodied the qualities he portrayed: loyalty, compassion, and steadfastness. His professional legacy demonstrates the power of authenticity, showing that memorable characters are rooted in the personal values and character of the actor. Audiences admired Hoss not just for heroics, but for a sense of decency and heart that reflected Blocker himself. Remembering the gentle giant, Dan Blocker's life was a story of integrity, resilience, and warmth. From his Texas upbringing to his military service, teaching, and Hollywood stardom, he remained grounded in the values of humility, family, and compassion. His portrayal of Hoss Cartwright demonstrated that true strength lies not only in physicality, but in character, empathy, and loyalty. Personal struggles, tensions with colleagues, and a life cut short did not diminish his impact. Blocker's story reminds us that behind every memorable character is a human being shaped by experience, values, and relationships. Fans continue to celebrate his warmth, humor, and heart, ensuring that the gentle giant of Bonanza lives on in both memory and influence. His legacy remains a testament to how authenticity, love, and integrity define a life well lived, leaving an enduring imprint on television and the hearts of viewers everywhere.